what point did you realize your success was really real?
Mm. So with us millennials, we gauge our success off of like our like account, like the money that we make. I was going over my bank statements with my manager, and it just was a number. Like we just was, I was able to see how much I had made that month. And what month is August? So I was able to see how much I had made for, I think it was, we this was July when this happened, so I got to see how much I made in June. And it just, yeah,
Like a wild moment.
it was like, wow,
Yeah.
like this is the money that people make, in that the average person would take a year or more to save up.
Yeah.
And it just was like, wow, I can't believe that, because I just had been on a fast track, like just working, grinding shows, features, just not, head down, just, moving forward. But when I just really got to look up and like really smell the roses, it was just like, wow, like this is crazy. This is some shit that I would never in my wildest dreams could have ever fucking imagined.
Have any labels like reached out to you? And if so, like, could you tell us a couple of labels that have reached out to you?
So pretty much every major label has reached out. So every label that you can think of has reached out.
Have any of them caught your attention though? If you don't.
I think initially because when I first started, I was looking at, when I first started rapping, it was in my mind, that I had to sign a deal in order to be in order to really start seeing real money, or to start, I thought that I had to sign a deal. So initially, like when the first labels were reaching out, I was really considering like, damn, maybe I should sign.
Yeah.
But then I just got to see how much work I was able to do on my own from an independent standpoint, how much motion I was able to curate, and how much influence I was able to have. I realized very quickly, like, I don't have to sign a deal. And then especially like, just like I said, looking at bank statements, it was like, this is the shit that people sign for.
Yeah.
I don't have to sign a deal. At least not right now. It wouldn't make sense for me right now, because it's like I can drop music whenever I want to. I can drop music independent. I can, as an independent artist, you just have so much more freedom, and that's something that I really enjoy. I enjoy being able to just really drop some shit when I want to, or drop whatever songs I want to drop next. However I'm feeling, I want to put this out. I literally recorded the song at the studio. The next day, called my manager. I was like, I want to shoot a video to this shit. He was like, okay. We shot a video. And then a couple weeks later, we put it out after we edited it and did all the shit on the technical side with like the music and getting it pitched for playlists and shit like that. After we did all that, I was able to put it out.
Who's the girl in the video with you?
That's my friend Rihanna.
Oh, okay. Have
Shout out to her.
Like how has people been treating you different?
People. This is a really good example. So the other day, I'm gonna give you two examples. The other day I was at the store. I'm not gonna say his name because he's a really sweet guy. He's sweet now, but if I was standing outside of the store, and you know how there be them long ass lines in the Galleria. So I was standing outside of the store, and the person that I called to get in contact with that works inside of the store, I think she had gone on break. And so I was telling the guy at the, who was working the front door, I was just like, hey, it's, so and so, she just went to lunch, but I just really don't want to, just be standing out here in the line. And he just like, blowing me off, like, all right. And granted, I had on like like hoodie, sweatpants, whatever the fuck. But he just was like, I feel like that shit shouldn't really matter. He just was like blowing me off, obviously. And then I called my friend who is really big at at that store. Like, he's just always in that particular store. And I called my friend. I was like, hey, who's your connect up here? Because I need them to get me in the store because I don't want to stand in the line. And this is not even me being like on some like celebrity shit. It's just dead ass like my team just hates for me to go to the mall by myself. And I'm constantly going to the mall by myself. But I just, it just was like, I'm already not supposed to be here. I for sure can't stand in this long ass line. I'll be here for an hour. And I got shit to do. So, my friend was like, who was at the door? Just hand him the phone. So I handed, the guy that was sitting at the door my phone. And he talked to him for a little bit, and then the guy's like attitude just switched immediately. He was just like, oh, you're a rapper, right? I saw you on so and so's page, or you know, this, that, and the third. And he just started talking to me about like rap shit, like, oh, so how long you been, you know, just like all of a sudden was really interested in like me.
Yeah, you.
When 5 minutes ago I couldn't even get like a, you know, he couldn't even look me in my eyes type thing. And so that's just one of the prime examples of like, but like I'm really against shit like that. Like I am an avid believer in like just treating people the way that you would want to be treated, regardless of who they are, regardless of what their stature is, how much money they have, you know, if they verified on Instagram. Like none of that shit matters to me. I like to treat human beings like they are human beings, like acknowledge everybody, make sure I get everybody's name, just like make sure that they know like you fucking are important to me, like you matter to me. And so I'm like really against shit like that. And then another time I was in a club, I was with my friend, and she had she was having someone come, like a big celebrity was coming, and his entourage was just tripping crazy with me, like, because I was sitting in the section. They just was tripping. It was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you gotta have to move. And I was telling them, I was like, I'm for sure not moving, because she literally just told me to come sit right here, and I'm not moving just because y'all want me to move. I literally, I can't move. I gotta sit right here. So they just, you know, eventually, like, the energy just was hella weird. Like, it just got really strange. They started cussing, like, me and my friend out. And I was just like, okay, this shit over with. Like, we was getting ready to leave anyway. So we getting ready to leave, and like one of the girls is like showing them my Instagram page, like as I'm leaving, because she recognized, you know, she knew who I was. So she's like showing them. She's like, no, this is her. Like, she's really lit. She lit. And then it was trying to have me come back over into the section. I was like, it's over with. I'm finna go. Like, it just is over with, because I don't believe in shit like that. It's like, treat me like a regular. That's all I ever wanted in my life. You know, like, all money shit aside, notoriety aside, I only ever wanted to be treated and acknowledged as a human being. I never wanted to be put on a pedestal. Like I said, I'm used to being a fly on the wall. So I only wanted people to just acknowledge the fact that I am a human being, that I exist, and that I have feelings. That's all I ever really cared about. So whenever somebody is like acting finicky and shit towards me, it's just like, all right, you just get put in this box, and it's so difficult to get out that box. It's like you can literally damn near go to hell at that point, because it's just like, you had a fair opportunity to treat me with respect, regardless of whether you knew who I was or not. Like, I'm a human being. So it's like, and if you can't treat me like a human being, you're not even somebody I want to associate with anyway. So that's just my philosophy. So anybody who just just play, and I probably shouldn't feel like this. I probably should just let it go. But like I said, I'm real big on shit like this. Anybody like in my beginning stages of like me being a rapper, I remember all that shit. Like, I remember everything. I remember how people treated me. I remember like niggas not wanting to, you know, I remember shit like that. And it's like, not saying I'm holding grudges against people, because like it's kind of water on the bridge. Like, I have bigger shit going on, but you remember how somebody treats you. And so I'm just big on shit like that.